Heroes Jury, back with my co-host Michelle Ward. Joining us from outside the courthouse, our regular Katie Wick. And I was thinking to myself, Katie, when I was talking about who might be a local celebrity, I thought my viewers might think it was you, but that's not who we were talking about. You were also joined by Summer Hogan. Summer is a mom vacationing in Arizona from Denver. Mom, I guess your husband spent the day at a museum and you spent the day in court. Summer, was it worth it?
Absolutely. I've been following the case at home. My husband and I actually met in Arizona. We lived here a while back, and we live near Mesa, which sort of drew my attention to this case when it came to trial. So I've been following as much as I can at home with 3 little boys to chase around. And I never imagined by the time we got here for spring break we would still be in trial. But since we are, I begged my husband to let me spend the day down here, and he happily obliged.
And tell us, what did you learn? What was it like? Was it everything you expected?
It was everything I expected, yes. It's very interesting to see, you know, these people in person and realize that they're human beings versus watching them on a TV screen. But it was fascinating to, you know, be a part of this trial and to see it happen in person.
Did you form any different opinions now having been there in person?
No, not really. I mean, it's interesting. Jody is much more frail and small in person than I expected her to be, having seen her on TV. But beyond that, you know, listening to the testimony today, it didn't really change my mind about what I think about this case.
Michelle, did you have a question for our jury?
I do. I'm very curious about Summer's impression of the process, but I'm more curious about, you're spending your vacation in the courtroom, and I heard you're not alone. I heard there's lots of people who said, forget Disneyland, I'm going to the Jodi Arias trial. And come again? Please help me understand this.
You know, there are lots of people down there seeing the trial. Some of them are local, some aren't. You know, I just wanted one day, just give me one day to actually go see this for myself and, you know, to be kind of part of what's going on versus watching it on TV. So
fair enough.
I'm getting vacation in Arizona as well.
Enjoy. Katie, back to you. Everyone is going after the attorneys after court. My understanding is, I want you to describe the scene outside the courtroom for us, but my understanding is the defense attorneys need protection from all sorts of threats, and somebody else has become a celebrity.
Yes, it's quite different, actually. You don't see a lot of people going up to the defense saying, I would like an autograph or a photo with you. You see a lot of people more. I'd say the last week or so, I've seen a lot of people waiting outside the courthouse to get a photo with Juan Martinez. And I just wanted to mention, though, Dr. Drew, I think there's 2 different groups that really appreciate Juan Martinez. I think there's the group that likes him because of his star status, so to speak, but then there's the other group that really respects him for how wonderful of a job he does as in representing Travis. I mean, he's like the light in a very dark place right now, and he's Travis's voice. In essence, he's sort of like our voice too, and he's steadfast, and he doesn't really care what people say. He does care. I don't want to say he doesn't care, but he doesn't really let that interfere with the road he's on in seeking justice for Travis. And I think there's a huge amount of respect for him for that.
Summer, did you ask for a picture with Juan Martinez?
No, I didn't get to see Juan Martinez outside of court, so I didn't ask for a picture. But,
Michelle, you heard that. She would have.
I don't believe it.
Had I had the opportunity, of course I would have. Yeah, but Katie,
here's what I want to do.
He's absolutely Travis's only voice. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we've heard, and we got to keep our thoughts and prayers with the family. I want to take a break. I want to take a call with my jurors. Be back right after this.
If you think most hybrids are a bit undersized, then this will be a nice surprise. Meet the 5-passenger Ford C-Max Hybrid. C-Max come, C-Max go. C-Max give a ride to everyone it knows. See, Max has more passenger volume than competitor Prius V. And we haven't even mentioned, C-Max also gets better MPG. Say hi to the super fuel-efficient Ford C-Max Hybrid.
You know what's impressive? A talking car. But I'll tell you what impresses me. A talking train. This GE locomotive can tell you exactly where it is, what it's carrying, while using less fuel. Delivering whatever the world needs, when it needs it. After all, what's the point of talking if you don't have something important to say?
It's Pep Boys' great spring break. Get ready to hit the open road with serious price breaks, like buy 3 tires, get the 4th free. Plus, you can get up to $100 back on select Falcon tires.
Pep Boys does everything for less. Busy in here.
Yeah. Progressive Mobile is really catching on. People can do it all. Get a quote, buy and manage their policies. It's great.
Well, what's with the music?
Dude, get a car insurance quote. I'll let it go to voicemail. Putting it on vibrate.
Middle pass.
Our giant store on your little phone. That's Progressive Mobile.
No matter what, people can count on me to get the job done. So when my prostate cancer returned, my doctor told me that this time can be different with Provenge, a personalized treatment that lets me count on my own body to fight back.
Provenge is clinically proven to help extend life in certain men with advanced prostate cancer by taking your own blood cells and reprogramming them to jumpstart your immune system so it can attack your prostate cancer. Provenge can cause serious reactions, including those resulting from the infusion and stroke. Severe but infrequent infusion reactions include chills, fever, fatigue, weakness, breathing difficulties like shortness of breath, decreased oxygen and wheezing, dizziness, headache, high blood pressure, muscle ache, nausea, and vomiting. Tell your doctor about all of your medical problems, including heart problems, lung problems, or history of stroke. Call 1-800-563-6643 for more information. Talk to your doctor and find out if the time is right for Provenge. Provenge, helping you help yourself.
Sunday night on HLN.
There's a lot of people coming to town to try to take advantage of this oil money. There's just not enough places to live.
Surviving Boomtown. Sunday night at 7 on American Journey. Hosted by Ty Pennington. Only on HLN. HLN at 10, After Dark, focused on the trial everyone's talking about.
I'll take you inside an actual model of the bathroom and closet.
See the evidence. Make your verdict. HLN After Dark, the Jodi Arias trial, tomorrow night at 10.
Welcome back. I'm with my co-host, Michelle Ward from Investigation Discovery's Stalked. We were talking to my jurors, Katie Wick and Summer Hogan, and I said we'd go out to a caller, so let us all do so. Jan in Florida. Jan, go right ahead.
I want this woman convicted and sentenced to death. I don't care whether she lives or dies, but I don't think she ought to have the right to be having sex with her girlfriend and participating in music contests.
So, Katie, I think what Jan is referring to is sort of...
Yes.
Well, I'm going to ask my jurors that I guess Jodi has a life behind bars, and people are objecting to that. Is there any sense of that in the courtroom?
Absolutely. People are infuriated that really it's kind of a little community group that she's in now. And the death, if she gets sentenced to death, it's going to be very different. 23 hours confined to a cell with 1 hour out a day. It's going to be a completely different lifestyle for Jodi. And this is, I think she's starting to realize that time's ticking. And today, Dr. Drew, is the first day I didn't see, it was very interesting, any questions put into that jury box. I didn't see one. And the jurors are paying attention, but I tend to disagree that it's because they're really, that this witness is helping the defense. I think it's just because what she's doing, I think that people are very interested, and I think in essence they're sort of, what she's saying is fascinating. I think what they're doing is kind of applying it to their own life as they sit there. I don't think they're really even thinking about Jodi and Travis. Yes.
But I think they will. I think she's building a case that later will apply. They will have questions, I suspect. Ladies, thank you so much. Summer, I'm just sitting here thinking this may be a new sort of therapy for moms that with 3 kids, which, by the way, hats off to you, that need to get away. Just go to a murder trial. Michelle, thank you as always. I do appreciate